How to avoid online social networking diseases. Has your social network account been infected lately? It might be a good idea to get some protection now. Your social network activities can cause your computer to contract some really nasty digital diseases. One of them is when it starts spamming your friends list. And some of you may have 3,000 or 4,000 friends, and before you know it, they all get a message from you suggesting that you're part of something that you probably would not personally endorse or recommend. And you won't find out about it until one of your friends, like I have had to do with some of mine, send a note wondering if they've lost their mind or lost their cool. This is something that you cannot control and usually are not even aware of unless you check your own website, because the smart ones will only send it out to your friends list and make sure that you're not aware of it. Spoofing your account is becoming more popular, where people can actually take on a very simple meaning. And what this does is when you set up a social networking account, they offer you a free email account, which is very easy to understand because it's usually just your name of your account at their whatever it is .com or .net. It's a good idea to come up with a social networking name or a badge. I use computer helpers. It's a good simple word, and it doesn't actually technically refer to who I am. Viruses, of course, are getting nastier and infecting hard drives, and they get into what's called the boot sector, and they will make your hard drive completely incapable of operation, and perhaps worst, harvest your private and personal correspondence and put it in the public domain. You may have seen some of the recent reports on some of the emails that were hacked in the climate change environment. I'm sure those people were completely unaware that somebody had come in through their back door. Another thing is that your PC may be recruited for a virus attack. There are approximately 6 million PCs running on high social networking bandwidth that are used without the knowledge of either the owner or even a computer expert such as myself. Very difficult to determine that your PC has been used for one of these attacks. Of course, risking your online reputation is a result of each of these 4 criteria. You build one, you maintain it, you keep it healthy, and then the next thing you know, your friends are told that you're affiliated with something that you would absolutely not have anything to do with. This is the substantial risk, is your online reputation. You need to protect it. Of course, there are aspects where it may subject you to possible legal problems. Being responsible for spamming somebody is against the law in most countries. And of course, you wouldn't be able to defend that your computer did not do it. The digital fingerprints would be clearly stating that it was your machine that sent out those 100,000, viral spams. And then, of course, the impact it has on your life and your time. It would basically take over your life. It would make identity theft look like a cakewalk in the park. So, what are our solutions? We have a few to suggest. The steps you may want to take to avoid digital social diseases start with your password and making sure that it's secure. Now, many people use very simple sequences, which of course the people running these programs are very aware of. Birth dates, their name, their middle name, the names of their children, the names of their dogs or cats. You need to come up with something perhaps a little bit more private. Something like you would maybe have on a tattoo that was not visible to anybody in the world. So you choose a core word and make sure there's a capital letter and lowercase letters someplace in the sequence. For instance, maroon would be a perfectly good word. It has a capital letter M, but that could just as easily be a capital R with a small m. Make this very personal to your life, something almost like a private joke with yourself. But then write it down in a safe place and put it into a safe deposit box. Then surround that core word with numbers in reverse usage notation. For instance, my birthday is 1955. So I could use 1955 or 5591 or 5159 or any combination of those letters. I will always remember that it is those numbers, but the sequence would be very personal for me. And of course, then you put these on either end. For example, 55 maroon 91 would be very tough to crack. And then when you change that sequence every 90 days or so, it's a good first step to take. Think of your computer like the doorway to your life. And what you need is 2 good locks on your digital door, and then keep the keys safe. Spyware and adware security software is highly recommended. This is the doorway that most of these programs come through, and they show up as very, very innocuous. Sign up for downloads through music downloads. It's really call it the digital kissing disease, I suppose. You just have to get some good spyware and adware security software, and they're coming out with combinations of both antivirus and spyware, and that's why I use these. Viruses are usually not able to affect your computer unless they're invited in, and they come in through these doors, through spyware and adware. So we recommend Trend Micro. They have a neat product called House Call, where you can go online and actually have your computer scanned. Kaspersky is actually making some better products these days, and so we put them on our endorsement list. And then Norton and Symantec, of course, the old line company that has done a great job. We, of course, have these just like a locksmith would use Master Lock or even a higher quality lock. These are the locks that we recommend, and we have no direct relationship with these companies. They're just the best locks that we found. So get the best 2 locks you can, and then have them installed and maintained by a professional computer locksmith. If you'd like a recommendation on that, we suggest you visit our website at www.computerhelpersforgood.net, where there'll be a series of 5 videos, including this one, to help you to make sure that your digital computer and personal reputation are secured. This has been brought to you as a public service by Computer Helpers for Good Radio. Thank you for your attention.